Extremely honored to be here to bring Arizona back to the College World Series. I'm very proud of my team and very happy for them. We actually only have one player on our roster that's ever played in the NCAA tournament, let alone the College World Series, and they've earned the right to be here. Had a great non-conference schedule, navigated the Pac-12, and then going on the road in two hostile environments and being able to play the game one pitch at a time and really stay in our best character. And we couldn't be more excited to be here. Like Andrew mentioned, this is my first time here, player, coach, or fan. I was going to ask Coach Morris for some tips, but he wasn't too willing to give them since he's been here 13 times. But couldn't be happier to be here, and thank you. When I watch Miami on film, I see a lot of great players that play the game the right way, extremely fundamentally sound. As Coach mentioned, they had a bunch of comeback wins and really have won in a lot of different ways. Great pitching, good bullpen, one-run games, slugfests, and that's something we've tried to pride ourselves on all year, is whatever the game dictates or says needs to be done on that day to be successful, to be able to execute that. And if somebody said that our team or our style looked like Miami, I would take that as a huge compliment. And playing in our facility the way that it plays, if you don't play good defense, you're going to have a hard time because it can play offensive at times, a lot of extra base hits. It starts up the middle for us. We have a freshman catcher in Cesar Salazar who is mature beyond his years, and he does a great job handling our pitching staff, containing the running game, all of those types of things. It took us a little while to settle on what we were doing with the infield, but moving Lewis Boyd to shortstop every day and solidifying Cody Raymer at second has really changed things for us. Jared Oliva in center field is a great runner. He runs about a 6'3", 860. I'm sure he's one of the fastest players in the tournament. And then we made a position switch with Ryan Aguilar to first base in January when we got back, which helped us offensively and defensively. And he's gotten better as the year's gone on and been a real staple for us. Something we tried to impress upon our players from day one when our staff got there is you have to recruit well, but it's not always the team with the best players. It's the team that plays the best that day. And so we went to work on the play. They've done a great job of taking each game as it comes. And it's really, if you were to ask me, one of the strengths of our team, I would say our mindset. And they've done a good job embracing that, and that's who we are. I thought last weekend, being in Starkville with the draft going on while we were trying to play, that was the first time for me with that too, and I thought about how to handle it, and I was like, we're just going to let it play out. You know, they need to talk to somebody on the phone, we're going to let them talk to somebody on the phone. And Ryan Aguilar went in like the 38th round. We were actually taking batting practice while he got drafted. And I know it's different, but we were just taking yesterday, flying in, taking today, all the events that go along with it, and we're just going to embrace it. They tell us to be somewhere, we're going to be somewhere. I mentioned the mindset of our team being our strength. They have an understanding of what it's taken to be successful and get here, and there'll be a time where we'll flip the switch and we'll try to make it as normal as possible. The advantage of this weekend is, unless Coach Morris brought the whole state of Florida down here, and we had 14,000 people that were not wearing Arizona stuff and yelling "Bear down" last weekend. So, I think the last 2 weekends playing in the environment that we have should help. Going through the Pac-12 schedule for the first time as a coach, you really got to appreciate what you have to do on a day-in and day-out basis just to get to 500. I mean, we won our last game at Oregon to go to 16-14. And I've never been so happy to be 16-14 in my life. And hearing that the West is down and this and that, it's like, if you're in the trenches of competing the way that this team had to every weekend to have success, I don't look at that way. I mean, I know how good a coach, Coach Checketts is. I know the quality in the Big West. I've coached in the Mountain West. I've coached in the West Coast Conference, and now in the Pac-12. It's great baseball out there, and I think college baseball is in a great place where there's a lot of good baseball being played. I mentioned last week, winning that Super Regional is the greatest day of my life, and part of that changed when we walked into the stadium here yesterday because, these guys signed with Arizona, or committed to them probably on the heels of the last time Arizona was here, and none of them have had a chance to be here, and just a feeling of appreciation that they earned it, and they deserve this opportunity. So seeing them get here and see it was pretty special.